Hey, everybody. Back. I know I already did a video on this Hobby Boss 1350 scale USS Arizona battleship, but I'm trying to help out another gentleman, and he's a great model builder. If you guys want to check out some of his videos, he's doing a little bit more aftermarkets on this. He goes by the name of B.A.S. Dry Dock. It's a B period, A period, S period dry dock. So hopefully you can get out to his channel and check his workout. I kind of went on there and explained some of the issues with this kit. And I know I did them in the last video, but I'm trying to help him out get by some of his issues. He's having some major issues. I built this pretty much out of the box, the plastic deck. Didn't use the aftermarket wood deck or nothing. The only thing I added to this model was some aftermarket railings and stuff. I just wanted to, without the railings, it didn't look that great. So I wanted to do it with the railings. This is a whole lot better model than the old Revell kit that's been around for the last how many years. But anyway, seems like a lot of guys, the first issue they're having is with the front here on the bow, where it doesn't sit right or nothing. I didn't have a problem with mine. If anything, I had some flash I had to take off to get both sides even and stuff. Sorry about the video quality. It's my cell phone. I'm doing this video in a little bit of a hurry, so I just want to point out some of the issues. But I did not have issues. Of course, I just used a plastic deck and just painted it with a wood tan or something like that. So there was no. I didn't have any problems. So. The first main issue I encountered in assembly was basically the on the turrets, the gun turrets themselves, and underneath the turret, on the turret part itself, there's a pin that comes down and it goes through this mounting location. I'm not a shipbuilder. I was never in the Navy or nothing, so I don't know all the technical terms, what the parts are, but anyway, there's a pin that comes down through the center and goes through there. Well, I think one turret was okay, but the other three, the pins were too short, so when they went through there, there's a little plastic part that mounts up to them, like a little ring that cements on them, and it keeps them from, falling off if you tip them out or something. Well, those pins weren't long enough. So what I did to correct that issue was take some plastic styrene tubing, the right size to fit over those pins. I got a big supply of plastic tubing. What I do is the evergreen styrene. They make a odds and ends bag, and you get some sheet styrene, some strip styrene, some round styrene, different sizes of tubings. It's all like cut off odds and ends, and most of the stuff is pretty decent sizes, about 6 inches or so. But I think for like about $8, you get probably about a pound of assorted styrene and stuff. Sometimes it might have some clear styrene, like if you want to use for windows or something. But that's what I buy. But I had some tubing to extend those pins. What I had to do is drill the holes bigger in the mounting, the base where the turret sits on, so those new pins, the larger diameter, would fit through. And I just took some sheet styrene, I think it was maybe about 30,000 stick, and I made a new retainer ring to fit over the new size pin, and glued that on to hold it in place. They still swivel, but if you notice, they won't come off or nothing, and very little movement up and down. So, and pretty much you do the same for each turret, wherever you feel the need and all that. But I think out of the three, there was only one turret that had a pin long enough to put the retaining ring on it and keep it in place without falling off and everything. That was my quick fix on that. Nothing basic. You will have to drill out the holes larger down in this, the turret mounting locations, but that shouldn't be a problem. The next big issue I had was on both of the towers, the front one and the back one. And what happened in the back, on the underside of this here part, there's like half circle shaped locating holes for these two legs that angle outwards. These in the back, and then these ones on this one, the ones in the front. Well, when you put these legs in, they were facing in the wrong direction. So and the top of the leg has like a half circle tab that fits in under this part and stuff. So when you lined up the pin with the hole, these legs were facing the wrong direction, and the assembly, it just wouldn't go together right. So in order to correct that, what you have to do under these tower, these bottom pieces of the tower structure, you have to open those holes, drill them out round. All I did, I just took my X-Acto, and the part that was not cut out, there was like a half circle shape. I just took and turned it into a circle because there was like a little mold impression for the rest of the hull if it would have been molded round. You don't have to modify the legs or nothing, but what I did then, in order to get everything to set right and line up right, I assembled the straight leg on each tower and let that dry, and then I set it into location. Didn't glue it down. I set it in a location, and then I glued these in and set the bottom of the legs in the two locating holes where they mount. Glued them in underneath. But what you gotta do, you gotta make sure you hold that straight, because it's gonna want to keep tipping back. Same with this one. It's gonna want to keep tipping back because now these legs don't have the little tab that stops them from going in too far. So you want to make sure you get all that taken care of, glue them in, and hold them straight. It's going to take a while. It's going to be boring, and the wait time for the glue to dry enough where you can let go of them and let them set and stuff. But that's the only way I found of fixing those right and stuff. And they came out pretty good and all that. It's just a molding issue. They molded through the same holes in the same direction rather than opposite directions. That was the problem with that. As far as the back here, the propellers, the shafts, and mainly it wasn't the shafts of the propellers. It was these angled brackets. They got little impressions molded in the hull where the feet of those brackets should sit. Well, first off, the brackets seem like all of them were different sizes. There's actually 5 brackets. You only need 4. One of them was a super large bracket, and I don't know what it was for, but it wasn't going in there for nothing. That one just got tossed. But there's 2 smaller ones and 2 medium ones, and like there was 1 larger one. I don't know why they put a larger one in there when it wasn't necessary, but anyway, the little indentations were in the bottom of the hull where these brackets will fit. They were locating wrong. I mean, these parts, they were holding the shaft upward, outward, inward. I mean, they were pointing every direction but straight back, which they were what they should be pointing. So I just puttied in everything, sanded everything smooth, and located those brackets. Some of them came close to where they were supposed to be according to the mold. Other ones were way off, so I just mounted everything till it looked good to me. That's the best advice I could give you on that. It's your model. Build it the way it looks good to you, but it's just some playing around back here to get everything just to set right and stuff. So, excuse me. But I wanted to go over that stuff, and the reason I made this video, I know I might have went through this the first time, but this gentleman, he's really appreciating my commenting on his work and trying to point out different problems with this kit and all that, and offering him to help. And he left me a comment from one of the comments I posted on his video. Anything that you can help me out with, I'd appreciate it, and thanks for viewing my videos and stuff like that. I'm going to get to a little bit of point. This might be a little bit of a rant. Anyway, I hope this helps out the gentleman at BAS Dry Dock, and I hope you guys can get over and check out his channel. He's doing a really nice job on his ship. He's just getting started on it, but it's coming along pretty nice. Like I said, he's running into some issues with the wood deck that he's using to fit on there with some gaps and stuff like that, but he's going in the right direction as far as figuring out what to do and work them out, and I hope it comes out well, and I'm sure he's going to have a really great model when he gets finished with it and stuff. Mine, I'm not a shipbuilder. I'm more into the sci-fi, but I just always wanted to have a nice Arizona model ship kit, a decent size one. This is a lot bigger than the Revell one by about 4.5 inches or so. It's got better detail, especially on the superstructure and stuff. This one with the addition of the railings, I know they make photo etch for that Revell one, but there's still a lot more issues, inaccuracies, and just molding issues all total. So yeah, turned it sideways a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to get in a little bit of a rant here and all that. And like the reason I'm making this, it's the hobby is about helping others out, checking out their models and stuff like that. If you build something and you see somebody else working on it, we try to help one another out with maybe different ideas, tips that we did to get through a problem, or maybe different techniques we use, or different, maybe you have to modify something, like in this case, different things I pointed out in the video. You might have to modify stuff to get it to parts to fit just right and stuff. And I guess my rant is, first off, I'm going to say thanks to all the guys that check out my videos and leave comments and stuff. And I check out yours and leave comments, and you reply back, and I reply back. Thanks very much for subscribing. Thanks very much for viewing my videos. Thanks very much for your comments, whether they be good or criticize. I can take criticism just as well as good comments. So don't worry if you criticize my models. I'm not going to be offended. I try not to criticize other people, because I consider us, we're all model builders. Everybody's got their own style of building stuff. Everybody does their different work. We're all on different levels. There's some newcomers to the hobby. Maybe their model doesn't look just right, but it's decent, and I'm going to give them a good word. I'm not going to tell them that it looks like garbage or something like that. I'm just not that type of person. It's, they're just getting started. It's going to take them a few years before they get, better at it and stuff, Maybe they're not into lighting their models, and they just do a big enterprise, just, static model without lights or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's, you build it the way you want. You build it to your best skills, and you build it to your best ability as far as, how much you can spend on it, and what you can do, what you know how to do, what you don't know how to do. Everybody's still gonna like it. It's a model, and if you're brave enough to post it on a video on YouTube to show it off, then it's a good model. I don't care what anybody says. But I guess the rant I'm getting at is, I'm not gonna mention names or nothing like that. But the guys that communicate with me as far as on the comments, we view one another's videos. When we pop up something new, they're check out what we're working on, check out what the other guy's working on. You check my workout, I check your workout. I thank you guys very much. This rant isn't directed toward you guys. It's for us modelers. I call us the everyday modelers. We enjoy doing this for a hobby. We might not have a product that we promote on our channel, as far as, maybe doing paint masks or something like that, or lighting kits or that. But there's a handful, maybe a couple handfuls, and I've subscribed to their channels through the years, and I'm going to be hitting that unsubscribe button. There's a couple handfuls of gentlemen out there that consider themselves, I'd say, gods, modeling gods or something. They think their work is super. I can nitpick their work all day long, but the thing is, they stress, hit that like button. Hope you can subscribe and stuff like that. They like people to view their work, but they don't like to view others' work or leave comments or anything like that. Even if you view somebody's model and you got nothing to say about it, just put down on the comments, hey, hello, I stopped by to check out your model. Looks good. Take care. You don't have to, go on and on or nothing like that. But there's a bunch of gentlemen out there that think that their work is up above everybody else's. And I'm pretty much got tired of it and stuff. And, like I said, I'm not going to mention names. All the people that have viewed my videos, and I can go on with a long list and stuff. I thank you very much, and I hope you continue to do so, and I hope this doesn't turn you off from checking out some of my videos, upcoming videos that I'm going to be putting up soon, and the ones that I already have on my channel. They might not be the greatest videos. I'm not into all that editing and professional quality and stuff. I use my cell phone. I'm older, so I don't do all the high-tech stuff, and some of it I don't understand, I don't get into, period. So, But it's kind of getting ridiculous where, hey, you go over there and check out their model, and you leave them some nice comments because it looks really super and stuff, and but they don't take the time of day to check out your stuff. So like I said, this video, it's to help out a certain gentleman that I've been checking out his videos he's building the same ship that I got here. He's doing more work on it, but it's still the same model. It's got the same issues. His seems to have a little more as far as the hull goes, but I just wanted to say this hobby is for helping others out too. It's not just for, hey, check out my model that I built and stuff. Tell me what you think and stuff. Sure, you leave comments and stuff, but it's if you got tips, I try to share my tips. Little problems, issues I might have with a model. Maybe somebody might ask me what color paint I used, or I had some gentleman ask me where I get my LEDs, the flickering LEDs for the engine effects and stuff, and I'm glad to help them out, point them out where to go. If they want to find someplace else after I give them some information, that's fine. But I try to get back to people with helpful, answers that they might have if they're having an issue, and it's something that I've already done. I don't want nobody to take offense to this, as far as, like I said, the guys that already subscribe and view my channel, check out my work. I do the same with you guys. You guys all know who you are. But like I said, there's a couple handfuls of gentlemen, they think they're too good for everybody else, but they want everybody to view theirs. And these are the people that got like thousands and thousands of viewers and subscriptions and stuff. It's not the ones like us that, maybe got a couple dozen or a few hundred subscribers. It's the guys out there, like, they think they're model gods. And that's not what the hobby's about. Everybody's on the same level, and I don't think my work's any worse than some of these guys that proclaim to be professional model builders. That's just my opinion on my work. It's not better than anybody else's, but it's not worse than anybody else's. I'll put one of my models with the detail I put into it up to one of theirs any day, and see how we fare at a show. But anyway, some of these guys, I don't do the Aztec painting on my Star Trek model. I use the Aztec decals. It's still the same ship. It's still, I wanted to build it. I like to build models. I don't like to spend all my money on one model and hey, I'm sitting around bored, nothing to do. Sure, I got other hobbies, but this is a hobby I've enjoyed all my life, some 45 or close to 50 years probably. So, I just wanted to bring that point up and stuff, and like I said, I hope nobody gets offended, and I hope this video helps out you at BAS Dry Dock with the issues I pointed out. I know I left you in the comments section all the issues and what you got to do, but sometimes a video with a little bit more of a verbal explanation helps out a lot more. But anyway, this is a nice model, whether you put all the aftermarket wooden deck or that stuff, or like I did, I just did the photo at trailings every place I could, and mainly on all the decks, the superstructure around the whole perimeter of the ship and everything, and to me it's just fine. I didn't add anything else to it other than, it's pretty much just a box stock build. So I'm happy with the way it turned out, and I hope if anybody else is building this model and they're having problems with it, feel free to leave me a comment, and I'll get back to you and try to help you out wherever I can. Again, thanks for all those who subscribe. Thanks for all those who hit the like button. Thanks for all those who leave comments in the comment section. I appreciate it very much, and I will continue to do the same with you gentlemen. Like I said, you all know who I'm talking about, and as far as people that I like to share stuff with and share back with me. And there's a couple handfuls of guys out there, they can't take the time of day after you check out their work and leave them a nice comment. They can't take the time of day and check out something that you might have built, whether it's the same kit or something similar or something completely different. So it just needs some change. The hobby's about everybody helps one another out, whether it's building something or just, how do you glue, or what type of product to use, what type of glue, what type of paint, stuff like that. So That's just the point. Sometimes you feel bad. It's like, why should I waste my time going to check out your model, even if it's something that really interests me, and I might be building the same thing or doing the same thing in the future. But then you can't take the time of day to check out my work. Well, hey, you know what? I don't have time for them either then. So anyway, hope this video was helpful to the people that it's mainly being posted for. It's being posted for everybody else though. So thanks a lot. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for hitting that like button. Thanks for your support, and thanks for the comments. And happy modeling. We'll catch you guys all again in the near future. I'll probably be posting some new videos up here maybe this week or next week. Some models might be new. Some might be ones that I just had sitting around. I never made a base, so I never did a video. Some might be revisits to videos that I already did, but I want to do a little bit more detail in depth as far as what I did to them. And some of them, I got a couple that I want to do. Oh, they're old school. They're we call it the blast from the past. So anyway, till then, you guys all take care. Happy modeling. Bye.